Hello, hello, and welcome back for a Mon Calamari Admiral flavor-infused episode of Perfidious Pete Plays XCOM: The Long War. And precisely what has brought this Fishman Space Admiral melange to our barracks? Well, to that question I would reply that it is none other than noted Hollywood heiress Tori Spelling herself who has brought this delightful odor to our facility. Of course, now, heiress may not entirely be the right term for Tori, but I, for one, am not fully cognizant of what the proper noun is for someone who's been disinherited from their ridiculous fortune by their wicked stepmother. I mean, I guess Cinderella would sort of be the classically approved term for that, and while I'm sure that Tori would appreciate being referred to as Hollywood Cinderella Tori Spelling, I'm not sure it fully applies because, let's face it, Tori's story is not exactly going in the direction of happy ending. Unless you're talking about a happy ending for Dean that he gets down at the massage parlor while he's away from Tori and the kids. Because, there's probably a happy ending there, I'm sure. But, I digress. The salient point, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. The Tori's personal life aside, she looks like she belongs on the command deck of a Mon Calamari Star Cruiser, shouting at her underlings to concentrate all fire on that superstar destroyer. She looks a lot like a fish man, is what I'm saying. And I also have to say, and kind of keeping in the fishy theme here, I have noted a decidedly Piscean odor on the Sky Ranger as we flew out to our last mission site, and Tori was on board, so between her and Flounder, things are really actually around the XCOM barracks starting to get pretty decidedly SpongeBob SquarePants-esque. Though, I suppose that's actually not necessarily a bad thing, because eventually this operation is probably going to go tits up. And when it does, we can always retreat and hide out with the last dregs of humanity at our last bastion, a pineapple under the sea. I hope SpongeBob and Mr. Krabs don't mind a new roommate.
The new engineers arrived this morning, Commander.
Yes.
We're always glad to have more help down here.
Well, Dr. Shen, I'm glad that you're glad, buddy. Let's just leave it at that. Now, I know you're, 893 engineers short of your goal. I know ultimately you'd like to have 1,000 monkeys chained to 1,000 typewriters so that you might reproduce A Tale of Two Cities, but looks like you've got a long way to go. But still, I'm happy that you're happy, sir. We do have a quick maintenance item to take off our list, so we're just going to head down here. Now, I haven't mentioned, I don't know whether it was last episode or the episode before last, flamethrowers have been causing us some problems recently. There's something in Build 13, I have to assume, wherein flamethrowers frequently will lock up your mission if a mech unit fires them at certain troop types. So, to help mitigate that somewhat, I'm just going to build another proximity mine launcher so that we can just double up in the prox mines. I've also been really enjoying what the proximity mines have to offer. We've been getting some good use out of those and combination explosions from engineers. So, we'll just build another one of those and maybe start taking a little less flamethrower onto the field of battle. And with that taken care of, then let's head back to mission control here. We'll just get scanning. Well, we'll go ahead and take this deal and put old Dr. Shen one engineer closer to his goal. 892 to go, Dr. Shen. Good work, buddy. Alright, what do we got here? We have a small fighter over Argentina. Who do we have available here? We got Raven 17. Now, I know we didn't give a laser cannon to any unit that didn't have a name. I have to assume that's a bug, where if you transfer a pilot with 0 kills, for some reason it just resets his name. It's not really a problem. You know what? In an effort to give him a kill so that his name sticks, let's throw him at him. Of course, this doesn't give me any opportunity for humor, where I'd say, like, we throw a brick at him or we send a chicken fucker up to stop him. This is just Raven 17, and unless Raven Simone is in the cockpit of this plane, I don't really have a whole lot to work with. So let's just hope he shoots it down and doesn't shoot himself. That's sort of what I'm hoping. No shame. And he actually did a pretty fine job. I gotta say, Raven 17, that was solid work for your first time out of the barn. Well done. So before we finish this mission, Berserkers, Floaters, Outsiders, a 9 crew size, that's not... doesn't really seem like overwhelming resistance, but since we did get that guy a kill, let's give him a name. Or at least, we'll rename. I guess it's Ozone Moody. Well, there you go, Ozone, henceforth. You're Ozone Moody from now on. Ozone Moody, why does that sound like he'd be a sort of a jazz cornet player from like the mid-40s, early 50s? Be like, oh yeah, man, I saw Ozone perform down in Harlem. It was brilliant, man. That guy really knew how to style, man. He really had flow. Back before rappers had, you know, appropriated flow for their own intents and purposes. Anyway, let's put a crew together here. Berserkers, outsiders, we can handle this. 9 guys, outsiders, berserkers, floaters. That's not really a problem. Although we do know that our hyperwave relay is totally hacked, and the aliens are simply feeding us some misinformation. So there could honestly be anything else. I mean, there could be like 1 muton berserker, 2 floaters, 2 outsiders, and it could be 5 sectopods making up the rest. You never know. The aliens are basically using that hyperwave relay as a tool of misinformation, so we have to take the crew complement thing there with a grain of salt. The only thing that ever gets right, actually, is the size. So the one thing we do know, there are only 9 units coming at us on this mission, which is okay. So Lindsay Lohan's, she's going into business. We're taking the Lindsay. I mentioned, again, I can't remember if it was last episode or the episode before last, we're going to be taking Lindsay basically every time she's available, strictly for the purpose of leveling up her psionic abilities. We're going to be having her using those psionic abilities also as often as is feasible and reasonable. I think I just made up a word. That's a portmanteau, folks, of feasible and reasonable. Feasible. Anyway, Lindsay's going. Her kit actually looks solid the way it is, so we don't really need to make any adjustments there. 1 or more small structures in a remote location. Are we fighting at the barn again? This is going to be the farm map. A small UFO with that description is always the farm map. There is one other map it can possibly be, but that city map never ever seems to show up for us. We don't really have to worry about capturing anything, because none of these units are, well, the floaters, I suppose there's probably going to be a heavy floater, so maybe it wouldn't be a terrible idea to gear up for a capture. We're going to send Major Amanda the Man Bynes as our officer on this mission, and she'll be wearing Banshee armor because she can fling up to the top of that roof on the barn and have pretty good field of fire from up there. We're going to give Amanda, of course, a Gauss long rifle, and she'll be taking a scope and a laser sight along with high-capacity mags. And we've been fighting on this barn map a lot lately. Anyway, what else have we got here? We have another gunner besides Megan Fox. Anyone will do. Literally anyone. We have nobody. Seriously? Is everybody that hurt? Holy shit, folks. Okay, so Joss Whedon comes back on duty in a day. Wow, that's, okay. So I guess we're going to take Megan Fox then. And I can't help but notice between our first 3 choices here, we've got sort of a kind of a mental health awareness PSA sort of in the making right here. Lindsay All Day Lohan, who's mental and, you know, struggles with addiction and whatnot, pretty well documented. Amanda the Man Bynes, who, you know, has a legitimate mental illness, and there's nothing funny about that. And then Megan Fox, who seems like she could be possibly easily the most well-grounded of the triumvirate we have so far, but who looks like she could snap at pretty much any moment. I mean, I think it's only a matter of time before Megan goes batshit crazy and chews someone's face off, so I'm sure the folks at TMZ are looking forward to that day. Anyway, as much as I don't want to take a Master Sergeant on a mission, we are going to need a gunner of some variety, and I feel that Megan's probably going to be the one to get the call. But I can't help but notice we got sort of a femme fatale kind of theme working here. Let's see if maybe we can do an all-lady mission. That'd be pretty cool if we could pull that off. We need a scout and an assault trooper, and do we even have an assault trooper? Miley Yaya Cyrus is our only female assault trooper, but there's no way I'm going to wound Miley putting her out on a small UFO mission. That's simply not going to happen. Alright, so we have Charlie Sheen. That's it. Man, sending Charlie Sheen out on this mission surrounded by beautiful ladies seems like one of the worst all-time ideas ever in the history of mankind. But I don't really want to send Reb Brown. I mean, he's a Master Sergeant. We could send Kanye. No, Kanye's fatigued. We can't send Kanye. Who else have we got? Who's our next fastest scout, I guess, is the appropriate question. Wouldn't mind sending Anna Big Gun's gun. She's got both the big guns and the foot speed that make her attractive, but, I mean, attractive from a utility standpoint, not physically attractive, although I do think, actually, Anna Gunn is pretty pleasing on the eyes as well. I guess it's going to be Oprah Hambone Winfrey. Now, I know we were talking about femme fatales, and you're thinking, you know, Oprah, sure, she's feminine, but fatale? No, I'm not really buying it. And then I would remind you that seeing Oprah storming at you in her classic black and white stormtrooper pattern color armor, you'd be saying to yourself, there's a femme fatale if you saw Oprah rolling up on you. So we're going to give her the pink Can't Take Me Home alloy cannon. Battle scanner, of course, for Oprah. A chemical grenade, because, you know, why not at this point, really? And let's take an arc thrower just in case. There are berserkers. Berserkers mean there could be other varieties of muton, which we might want to capture, like specifically muton elite. Also, you know, there were floaters. Floaters could lead to a heavy floater, which again would be something we would have interest in capturing. So, for our assault trooper, then it's going to be Charlie Sheen. And I have to assume that Charlie will not hit a single shot on this mission at any point in time, simply because he's going to be far too busy admiring the eye candy that is surrounding him. I mean, it's going to be tough. He's even got a thing for Oprah ever since that scene in Beloved where she squats and pees. He's, you know, he's been into Oprah ever since. Big Oprah fan. So we're going to go with reflex cannon, breaching ammo, and, you know, yeah, sure, why not? Let's give him the arc thrower, even though he's going to be far too slow to get into a position to actually use it, his current loadout. On the plus side, Charlie, if he survives, should be looking at picking up a rank here. So what else do we need? We need somebody to make the things go boom, and somebody to patch up exploding, gapping, bleeding holes. And I don't think we actually have a female medic, do we? Unless you count Larry David, which, of course, you know, that's a reasonable supposition. I would count. Oh, we do have a female medic. It's just story spelling, and she's tired. So I guess we're going to send old Hawkeye because, well, Larry David, while borderline feminine? Man, I'm just stammering all over myself. While borderline female, as I was trying to say, Larry David, that guy is never going on a mission because fuck Larry David forever. I think I've said my piece on that a number of times, but bears repeating, fuck Larry David. Literally forever. With literally the largest object you can get into his rectum. It's going to be a Gauss rifle, and I think a scope probably seems appropriate for Hawkeye, since his nickname and aim don't exactly jibe. Wouldn't really call somebody with a 66 aim fucking Hawkeye. Anyway, that's got Alan all sorted. Let's get somebody to make the things go boom. That's just going to be whatever engineer we have that's highest on the rank. Looking like Sung Kang, maybe? Yeah, so, oh, yep. We could take Jennifer Lopez. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Sung, she fits in with the femme fatale thing a little bit better than Sung Kang. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go with J-Lo. We're sticking with the all-lady army today, and while I wouldn't mind Sung Kang, and honestly I think he's a little better as far as engineers go, we're going with the theme here. The theme mission, folks, it's a bunch of badass chicks. They're going to show these two gentlemen on the mission how it's done. This is going to be sort of like an all-female cast where they upstage their male counterparts. Just show them, you know, ladies kick ass, man. And hey, I'm all for it. That's sweet. Yeah, I like it. Good theme. I would pay to see that movie. Anyway, what are we going to give her? Probably could go with a chemical grenade, or a flashbang actually would have some interesting potential, but Berserker's not really going to be irritated or dissuaded by flashbang, so let's just go with the more conventional blow shit up kind of grenades. I think probably the best way to do it. And then for our final unit, I think do we have a mech trooper? I mean, I know we have some, but looks like Ashley Olsen. Is Ashley Olsen literally the only guy? Yeah, she is. Alright, well, chicks rock! That's what we're going for, folks. Welcome to the all-lady episode. Now, you could make a case for Alan Alda, actually. I mean, seems like a guy who is pretty in touch with his feminine side. I think Alan Alda probably could slip in under the female radar. And, Charlie Sheen? Well, you know, Chuck's just there for the scenery. Let's get stuck in. Actually, Charlie's there as the dialectic part of this operation. You know, he's the alpha male sort that's got to be given his comeuppance. The reason they include him on the mission, I mean, he's the moral, folks. That's why he's on task.
Strike one.
You can't rage against the machine if you don't show folks the machine first. I mean, they got to know what they're raging against. Well, let's get stuck in, and we are in fact on our barn map, which apparently is unavoidable now anytime we shoot down a small UFO. Be it in Egypt, Argentina, or Wisconsin, the big red barn, you know, it plays. Yeah, whatever. Operation Cursed Spark. Now, last time we did this mission, we got some bum information from our hyperwave relay, and I'm simply going to assume that that's also what's going to happen here. Much like the plot of V for Vendetta, I have to assume that the aliens have fully infiltrated our hyperwave relay. I mean, it's their technology after all. And they're purposely giving us bad info. So let's take Lindsay. Alright, and we already have enemy units. So what do we got? 3 floaters, looks like garden variety floaters, and 1... oh man, that's a lot of berserkers. Okay, so... yeah, that guy is going to be a problem, actually. We also sort of need to get to cover. This is not really looking that good. Megan Fox. If we could get these 3 floaters killed, we could lure the berserkers in for some kind of trap. Are we going to be able to do that? So we'll shoot that guy last. Alright, so we're going to have to try it. Megan Fox is double tap, so we're going to have to go for 2 kills here. Megan Fox delivers 1 floater. That guy's down. We're going to go for the double tap then. 79% here. Megan, come on, we need this one. Well, a hit and a shred, but no kill. Now, this guy is going to be fast enough to get the low hand, but if we don't move in that direction, he should not be swift enough to really get to anyone else. Amanda Bynes only has the 1 shot. We're going to take it. Don't miss, Amanda. We need this one. Perfectly done. That's, yeah, wonderful. Fantastic job. But Lindsay's going to have to fall back. We just need to get Hambones from cover. So Oprah has 1 terrible shot, which we're probably not even going to take. Charlie Sheen doesn't really have a whole lot to offer. J-Lo could maybe do something for us with a grenade. What's her shot like? 61% on that guy. We actually don't want to shoot at him because it's going to move him closer to us. We're going to move Hawkeye. Perfect. I was hoping he would actually have a shot from there, so of course he does not. That leaves us with precisely Ashley Olsen. So Ashley's going to have to do a little bit of damage. Oh, it's count tiles. Okay, Ashley actually in this position should be far enough away to still be safe. So we're going to move Ashley to here. And Ashley's going to take a guaranteed slam dunk kill. And she's going to do that with a grenade. This is also going to... Oh, man, I should have done this first and just wrecked his cover. But, yeah, I'm bad at XCOM. I've said it once. I'll say it again. I'm sure I'll say it 1,000 times more. I'm not really very good at this game. I'd love to get Charlie up in where he could do some work for us, but I don't think it's Destiny. You know what? We're gonna put Charlie here, and we're gonna pip him on Overwatch. Hawkeye, he's gonna be on Overwatch. J-Lo actually has a shot. She has a shot at a unit we don't want to shoot at. We're gonna have J-Lo fall back as well.
Moving to Overwatch.
All day Lohan is gonna head for safety. And I guess we'll just we'll put Oprah on Overwatch then. Probably should have thrown some smoke down to help cover the badly exposed Megan Fox, but no real opportunity to do that, so we're gonna have to make do. And we still have a large number of berserkers coming in on us here. We really need some of this Overwatch to do. That was a fantastic shot, J-Lo. I'm glad we brought you. That's J-Lo there showing the folks at home how it's done. Yeah, look at that Charlie Sheen with a chump-ass miss. But, you know, our female troopers, they're getting shit done for us. So, yeah, fellas, think about it. Ladies, oh yeah, they're kicking butt here. Ladies are doing some good work for us. This is going to be bad for Megan Fox. Wow, Overwatch. I gotta admit, I'm very surprised by that. So these guys are going to surround... looks like they're going for the surround maneuver here on Valkyrie, the chooser of the slain, Ashley Olsen herself. But I gotta say, this is going to end in tragedy for these guys. They should definitely have rethought this. This is not going to end well for them. And there's a very simple reason for that, and that is Ashley Tycoon Olsen has a huge movement allowance. She's going to get to safety. That's a guarantee. So Ashley's going to deke in between... What's this? Oh, yeah, Overwatch. Well, you know what? That's not really a problem. 1, because it all missed. 2, because Ashley's tough, man. She's a little gal, but she could take it. Ashley could take it. She's tough. Don't mess with Ashley Olsen, man. And, yeah, so we're going to drop a proximity mine right... Yeah. Doink.
Proximity mine
and then we're going to have J-Lo do... she's going to do that thing she do. Now, the thing is, we got to get old Hambone sort of in a position of safety. We're just going to have Hambone fall back very slightly. And then it's J-Lo's moment. This is your time, Jennifer Lopez. This is your time to shine. This is just like back in the day when Ben Affleck was your beau and the world was your oyster. It's going to be just like that all over again. This may be the single most damaging grenade we've ever found. That was a shitload of damage, folks. An absolute ton. And you can panic Jennifer Lopez all you want. At this point, absolutely does not matter. That was nothing shy of brilliant. So I'm very well pleased. Very well pleased there. Yeah, let's take it. This could be a kill. Megan Fox, take him down. No, not quite. We still need to get 2 damage out of him, but 2 damage could easily happen here. And the panic is actually not necessarily bad if she falls back to cover. Yeah, that actually went swimmingly. That was perfect. Could not have asked for a better result, really. Alright, so Hambone, you're going to need to take a shot. That's not going to be a kill. That could potentially be a kill. This is rather important and somewhat difficult. You know what? We don't want to risk a miss, so we're just going to take that shot. It did not get a kill, but she did have a miss chance for the big guy, and there's no reason to chance a miss here. Absolutely none. So we're going to have Charlie winning Sheen. Charlie has one. You know what? This is fine. We'll take this shot. Charlie's going to end that gentleman. For Hawkeye, I think we'll have Hawkeye take this shot. Yeah, that's got a kill for the embattled combat medic. And that just leaves Lindsay all day Lohan to clean up the chunk of the crew. And Lindsay's got that shit in spades. So nicely done, Lindsay Lohan. Lohan's going to go on Overwatch. Amanda the Man Binds actually does have a shot here, but I don't really like just having her standing with no cover. We're going to move her up here to this position of low cover, and then she'll take whatever shot she can get. 62 and a 47. 62 is good enough. We'll go ahead and take it. Well, Amanda wasn't quite crazy enough to pull that one off, but still, well done. What have we killed so far? One floater, two floaters actually, and three. So we've got 5 of the 9 down. So 5 of the 9. This is 6 and 7 right here. That means it's those 2 floaters, and the only other remaining units on the mission actually are going to be the Outsiders, who are almost certain to be in the ship. We're just going to have Ashley Olsen head forward and gun these guys down. I don't see any reason for caution at this point. We've handled the most dangerous part of this mission. And we're going to have Amanda Bynes take a squad sight shot. Yeah, this, well, it's not a fantastic shot, but it's the best we've got, so let's get it done. Also, that incidentally ran channeling a little bit of Dr. Seuss in the one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish method.
Roger that.
Still in its infancy, of course, but my career as a beloved writer of children's books is so it's well on its way to completion. I really feel, and I don't think we should even have Ashley Olsen waste a grenade there. We're gonna have her go ahead and just take that 90% shot. They're only floaters. Ashley has no damage on her, so she's not in any real danger per se. We're gonna have Hambone and the rest of the crew just advance at best available speed. Where's J-Lo? J-Lo? Where you at, J-Lo? Oh, J-Lo? Did J-Lo go? Where's Jennifer Lopez? Oh, she's panicked. Alright, never mind. You know what, J-Lo? That's alright. You take a moment and calm down. I have to assume that she's struggling with the amazing job that she did. She's literally having trouble internalizing the amazement of her own performance. She never thought she could achieve such lofty goals, and it really kind of has her a little bit flummoxed. And she just needs a moment to gather herself. That's fine, you know. It's like when you win an Olympic gold medal. You're a little taken aback for a moment. And there's our Outsiders, which I have to say, the last 2 units on the mission, we're not really worried about those guys at all. Terrible hit chances. I think rather than risk this one, we're just going to go for those. You know what? I don't think that's going to do 2 damage. I was going to say we're just going to straight up go for the grenade, but I don't think it's going to get it done. So we're going to go for the long ball. Ashley Olsen's still not delivering. You know, you're not helping our whole chicks really kick ass kind of case there, Ashley. You know, putting it out there. That was kind of our whole shtick for this mission, and you're sort of messing up our theme, Ashley.
Roger that.
We had a theme working here. Let's just have Alan Alda reload. Where's Hambone? We're gonna have Hambone take. Yes, we know you can see the enemies, but you can't shoot at any of them, Megan Fox. So just move. We'll bring Hambone forward. Hambone's probably just going to reload, I think. Yeah.
Ready to rock.
Charlie winning Sheen going to advance at a somewhat slower pace. And worst case scenario here, Ashley Olsen gets shot a couple times, and then we have her fall back, bring those Outsiders to us into our sort of zone of terror. No shot then for Amanda Bynes, so we'll have her reload. We're just going to have J-Lo make best available speed. Going to have to haul that ton of ass all the way into battle. Usually it takes her 2 trips, but well worth it, I feel. I mean, she's built a career on that. A multi-million-dollar career on the fact that she's got a great butt. And hey, there are worse things to base a career on. I mean, shit, look at Kristen Stewart. She brings literally nothing to the table.
Armor is
Not even a nice ass. I'm sure there are people who think Kristen Stewart has a nice ass. I'm just saying. Kristen Stewart not really noted for her ass, per se. I think when it comes to the battles of the ass, that Jennifer Lopez's ass is bringing a little bit more to the table than Kristen Stewart's. And how the fuck did I get on this topic? This may be the most bizarre thing I've ever talked about in an episode. Although I guarantee you, if you made a show called Battle of the Asses and put it on MTV, that shit would get all the fucking views. Everybody would watch that shit.
Moving out.
So we're... Oh, that guy's on Overwatch. Oh yeah, forgot about that. Alan Alda getting luckier than he has any right to get, in all perfect honesty. But he does have a flank. That's the best you can do with a flank shot, Alan Alda. You should be ashamed of yourself, son. Ashamed of yourself. Hambone can't get as close as I would like, necessarily. We're just going to move Hambone forward. Charlie Sheen always looking for his next win. Not entirely sure how he's going to get a win out of this situation. We're just going to have him move up to this rock and take whatever miserable shot he has. I'm actually a little disappointed that Charlie Sheen even got a kill on our all ladies all the time mission. A little disappointed. And Charlie Sheen still managing to sort of fuck up the program. Nicely done, Charlie. We're going to go ahead and take this shit. I mean, Alan Alda has literally nothing else to do with his time. He's desperately out of work, folks. I mean, seriously, if you can offer the guy a job, anything, he'll take anything. He's oh so desperate for work. I wouldn't mind launching a grenade down here, but I sort of don't want to blow up that meld canister. So what I'm going to do, just to sort of dissuade this guy from moving anywhere, we're just going to drop a proximity mine on his feet. If he decides he wants to get unflanked, he's going to have to set it off. It's probably still going to blow up our meld canister. But, you know, them's the breaks, folks. Lindsay's going to double move here. We're hoping to get one of her psychic powers into the fray. We'd like to see if maybe we could get her with a panic or something.
It would be preferable if we
Yeah, shut up, Dr.
retrieve
Vader.
those canisters rather than destroy
Oh, is that
them.
what we're doing now? Sorry, I didn't get the memo, Dr. V. Despite the fact that you say that literally every time we blow one up, I'm still not fully on board with how our program's supposed to be working. Okay, Hambone. Yeah, whatever. Oprah got hit, so what? Oprah can take a hit. She's tough. Oprah's been in this game a long time. Oprah knows how things go. And I think we're just going to try and blow this wall up. Assuming that Jennifer Lopez will... Alright, J-Lo, fine, we'll beat up. J-Lo being a little finicky with the targeting here. We're just going to have to break through the window. And now it's grenade time. So enjoy this, Mr. Outsider. There you go. No more cover for you, sir. Taking care of that. Lindsay Lohan's still not in a position to make use of a psychic power. But we can fix that now, so we are going to panic this guy. Who's going to panic? This guy. Oh, yeah. So this cannot fail. Alright, so that outsider is now panicked. And Lindsay has done her job. He is panicked and hunkered down. Perfect. Ashley, 260%, we're going to take him. Come on, Ashley. This is the Chicks Rock episode, man. Show your stuff. Get it done. There you go. Now she's on board. Nicely done, Ashley Olsen. Showing that Charlie Sheen how it's actually done.
X-ray eliminated.
Show that Charlie Sheen what it means to be a lady. You have a real bad shot, Amanda Bynes. Why don't you throw the hook, Amanda? What do you say? Throwing the hook? Throw the hook. Amanda Bynes is throwing the hook. There you go. Now, you can see Amanda not quite as verbose as Uncle Mel Gibson. When she throws the hook, she doesn't immediately say throwing the hook. She says grappling.
Solid copy.
Which, you know, it's okay. It's just not quite as cool as throwing the hook. Just there's a certain something missing, I feel. Anyway, Megan Fox has got two bad shots, actually. Let's see if we can't get a hollow targeting applied from Oprah. We're not... Okay, so Oprah's going to take this 1% shot, but this is only to hollow target. It's going to make things a little bit better.
Enemy is still alive.
A little bit better for Megan Fox. And this is the cooperation you get with the ladies. Gentlemen don't always work so well together, but these ladies really know how to pull together as a team and get this shit done. Although there is occasionally some infighting, as seen by the fact that Megan Fox clearly just tried to frag Lindsay Lohan. Not sure how Lindsay survived that barrage from a machine gun at such close range. It can only be, you know, showing her the Teflon skin that has made her famous in Hollywood. I mean, nothing sticks to Lindsay Lohan. Literally nothing. We have one panicked outsider to deal with. We're gonna let's just drop a smoker here with Uncle Hawkeye.
Smoke's in the air.
And we're gonna let our femme fatales finish this thing out. Charlie Sheen's just gonna go on Overwatch. So is Uncle Alan. Charlie Sheen already has more kills than he had any right to expect on here. Personally, I think he was just peacocking a little bit to try and impress some of these ladies, but given the fact that they all have more kills than Charlie, let's just face it, none of them are impressed with what old Charlie's bringing to the game here. They're not impressed with Charlie's stylings at all. This guy's panicked, now he's going to be Mind Frayed too.
Your nightmare is just
Lindsay Lohan getting 2 damage out of a Mind Fray. Nicely done, Lindsay. Gotta say, her psychic powers are coming along nicely. We're gonna bring Ashley Olsen to there. This will get a flank shot. This guy's just gonna sit there and cry. He knows he's been beaten, and he knows that he got beat by Lindsay Lohan. And I think we'll just let the chooser of the slain close this out if she can. And she can indeed. And that's mission.
no ammunition remaining.
So there we go.
Mission accomplished.
Ashley Olsen demonstrating her combat prowess by emptying her weapon on the last unit, showing that she had perfect trigger discipline, using precisely the correct amount of ammunition for each target. So that's 9 dead aliens down in Argentina, and Operation Cursed Spark turned out quite, or was it Bleeding Grave? I don't remember. I'm confusing my mission names at this point. I don't remember which is which, and it hardly matters. Probably Cursed Spark, I think. Anyway. Tony Scott with the dramatic ladies getting off the aircraft walk. It's going to be a...
in the field, but we must strive
Wow.
to recover more of the meld substance.
Shut
if
up,
we're going
Dr.
to make
Shane.
any substantial developments in
Alright, Hollywood. Let's just say, we go for the ladies' first episode of XCOM The Long War here with Operation Cursed Spark. And in a pure, strictly anti-woman message here, just the chauvinist male Hollywood-dominated lobby has shown us that that they've shown their true colors here, folks. Ladies went out, ladies kicked ass, ladies got shit done. Who got promoted? Fucking Charlie Sheen. Ah, that's Hollywood for you. Injustice everywhere, folks. Just injustice everywhere. Close encounters for Chuck. And on that shameful note, which I think is, you know, a pretty accurate description of Hollywood's antagonism towards women, we'll just go ahead and wrap things up. Of course, if you enjoyed the episode and my absolute nonsense about social justice warrioring and whatever, feel free to ignore my ramblings. I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know anything of what I'm talking about. But if you did enjoy it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Of course, your support does really mean a lot to us. And if you'd like to see more daily XCOM, you can always hit that subscribe button as well. We'll see you again soon.